Happy New Year, everybody. Boy, I'm really excited about shooting this video today. Now, this video is going to be in 3 parts. This gun is new. I haven't shot it yet. I do have a lot of impressions about what I think so far, so I'm going to talk about some of the features of the gun. I'm going to tear it apart, show you some of the things that I've kind of found out about the gun just by taking it apart and putting it back together and all that good stuff. And then the second part of the video, I'm going to go shoot the thing. And then the third part, I'll probably do a video on what I think of it shooting and whatnot. Whether that's going to be along with this one at the end, I'm not sure, but I'll put those in the description. Anyway, so what we've got here is the P320, the Sig Sauer M17 winner for the Army's new pistol. Now, this gun here is not identical to the one that the Army uses. As you can plainly see, this one here is actually missing the safety. I could not pass up the price of this pistol. I didn't really care about the safety. A lot of my other guns do have them, but I didn't really care for this one. I got this one at such a great deal that I didn't care about the safety. It's a striker fired pistol. It's very safe. So I didn't worry about it. I do have my O-light on here. I want to talk about this real quick. As you can see, this coyote tan color here is actually the same color as this O-light Valkyrie, the mini Valkyrie 2, and I think it looks pretty good. But I'm going to take it off the gun for the review. We'll set that right there. All right, so listen, I've had a chance over the last 3 or 4 or 5 days to well, actually since Monday. Today's Thursday, so since Monday I've had this, and I've had a chance to hold it and take it apart, like I said. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to start right basically here at the bottom and work my way on up and give you an honest impression of what I like about the gun, what I don't like about the gun, and how it feels and all that good stuff. So as you can see, the magazine here does have the same FDE color. This is just a standard Sig magazine. It's 17 rounds. They're made in Italy. It comes with one 17 round and 2 21 rounds, which I thought was kind of cool. But then the more I started thinking about it, I'm not going to carry this pistol at all, so I don't really care how many rounds are in the mag. I don't know why, but for some reason I kind of wish it would have came with 2 17s and then 1 21. But it is what it is. I didn't even bother opening up the other one here. The magazine, it's a nice magazine. It drops free. I mean, it's real nice. It just pops right out. Even like that, you can see it's got a real nice positive eject. It fits good. It does have the little indentation here, so in case you get a jam and you do need to pull it out, it'll come right out. It's really nice. The frame itself is the FDE frame. Now this one here, they come in 3 sizes. This one here is the medium size frame, and it's actually pretty big. I can't even imagine the large. The small probably would have been okay. I didn't really have a choice on this. I did order it from Gunbroker, and like I said, it came in at such a good deal. I'm not really sure why. I kind of have some suspicions, but I'll go over that in a minute. But the frame's actually, it's actually really nice. It's very smooth up in here. It's got a really good spot for your thumb on both sides. Now the texture here is semi-aggressive. So what I mean by that is, my M&P 2.0 9mm, it's got that really aggressive texture. I mean, it's almost like a really coarse sandpaper. And so do the Taurus, the G2C, the G3, the TH9. They all have very similar. Now this one here is about 50% less than that. It's still fairly aggressive. I definitely get a good hold on the gun, but it's not as aggressive as the M&P or the Taurus. So in my opinion, this could have been, since it is an Army gun, this technically could have been more aggressive. I mean, you're going to want to hold on to your pistol as much as you can, and I don't think this could be rough enough, really. I mean, if it's not anything more than the Smith & Wesson or the Taurus, this would have been just fine. But don't get me wrong, I really like the frame. It does have the rail up here for the light or laser, whatever you decide to do. It's actually really nice. I do like the frame. Okay, so getting up to the slide. So This is what they call the Coyote Brown, and it is a PVD coating. Now there's a lot of people talking about this slide finish and how crappy it is, and to be honest with you, I think it is complete dog shit. It really is. I haven't even shot this gun yet, okay? And it's already getting scuffed. Now, these scuffs were on this slide. These little scratches and scuffs were on the slide prior to me picking it up. I know you might not be able to see, at least, there you go, there you go. You see those scuffs all through, especially right there at the back? And then right there. Those were all on the gun prior to me picking this up, and this was sold as a new gun, which I believe that it was. It had oil all over it and whatnot, but I kind of have a feeling somebody had their little grubby hands all over it and might have done something to it, which is why it was a little less expensive. I paid probably $100, maybe $120 less than what this gun goes for. I am still perfectly happy with the price, even though this finish is dog shit. It's not gonna last. I think at some point, if I even decide to refinish it, I'll put on some other kind of finish. But I really like the color. Getting up here to the mounting plate, it's really nice. I haven't taken that off yet, so it might be a separate video, or there are some other videos that you can watch about doing that. I do have a sight coming tomorrow. I decided to not go with the Delta Point Pro. I just think it's way too expensive considering what I paid for this gun. I mean, there's no reason for the sight to be as expensive as the gun. So I did order the Sig Romeo, and it'll be here tomorrow. And I'll probably do another video with that. Maybe I'll take off the plate at that point and kind of do a separate video. But these sights are awesome. The sights are the Sig night lights, the night sights, I'm sorry. So they've got a nice glow. Again, in some of these other videos, you'll hear some of these other guys talk about the sight picture, how weird it is. And it is kind of weird with how wide it is. The front sight is real big and white, and then you got these little tiny 2 dots. And even during the day, it looks kind of funny, you know, just that kind of sight picture. But it's one of those things. It's a new gun. This actually is my first Sig pistol. I've never had one before. I've only held this gun once before I bought it to make sure I was gonna like it. And so far, I really like this gun. It's very comfortable in my hands. When I've got a good solid purchase on the gun, it's super nice. I actually hate using that word purchase, because purchase is when you buy something. You know, I've got a good grip on this gun. That's what I'm gonna say from now on. I think that's ridiculous. So the grip on the gun is fantastic. It's much wider right through here. Now, I'm not really understanding, I don't want to say I don't understand, but of all the other guns that were offered during the MHS trials, and this one won, and rightfully so, it really is a nice pistol. I'm very, very much looking forward to shooting it. And as far as it being modular, I think if you wanted a different grip, if you have smaller hands, or if you have bigger hands, or if you have medium-sized hands, switching out the entire frame, I think is kind of a silly idea when you could easily just get back straps and it takes care of that. It's much quicker. As far as taking the gun apart, it's very, very, very simple. Put it back into the full slide, hit the slide stop and open up the thing. Now this one here, you just push it down just like a lot of other pistols. Okay, you just push it down and then it slides right apart. Okay, that's great. This is a little bit tight on this particular pistol. It will loosen up, I'm sure, and it'll be a little bit easier to maneuver, and to actually take the insides, the actual what's considered the pistol of this. I mean, this is actually the part that's actually serial numbered, is this internal mechanism here. It actually just comes out and you can put it into another frame. So that's why they call it modular. It's really easy to do, but again, while this pin is really tight, I am lucky. I saved this chamber flag, because when you go to take this whole thing out, you flick this thing back up to where it normally would sit, all right? And then you push that pin out, and that chamber flag makes that thing pop right out, considering mine is pretty tight. And then you can see here, it just kind of pops out, all right? You take this whole thing out, and then the actual pistol itself, the fire control group, it would just come right out. So I'm gonna pop that thing back in here because I don't want it to take me 30 minutes to get this thing back in. So, and that's all you gotta do. You just gotta push it all the way back through, and then you're good to go. And then the inside's just your standard stuff. You've got your spring right here. You've got your barrel, and everything else is the same. Getting to the to take the sight off, to take this mounting plate off, you do have to disassemble the pistol from back here, and then these two screws right there, this will pop off. So we'll go ahead and put this part back together, and basically just in reverse, do the exact same thing, and then lock it up, and you're done. Now this stuff came with this white stuff on the inside, and you can see that it's all over the pistol now. It's just a white lube that Sig Sauer uses, it doesn't want to come off the frame, or it doesn't want to come off the frame in the slide too easy. So I'm gonna get rid of that from the inside when I actually clean it for the first time. I didn't want to do anything to this gun while I made the video, or before I made this video. Just to show you what you get, you know, because this is some things that you guys are gonna have to deal with. If this is the first time that white lube got all over the slide, and you can see it right there. So I don't know if that's a reaction with the PVD coating or what. It'll come off. I was able to get most of it off, and I'm gonna do that here in a minute. Other than that, until I shoot this thing, I give this gun a big thumbs up. It's very comfortable, and it's very smooth. Like when you rack it back, it racks smooth. Even when you lock it back and then go to hit the slide stop, it's easy to do with just your, obviously with your thumb. Some guns you can't do it. I mean, you can sit there and do that all day, and they're just too tight. This one here is really nice. If you have gloves on, it's probably going to be even a little bit easier than that. So that's about it for the pistol. I really like this gun. I'm excited to shoot it. I'm probably gonna go here in about an hour to my local range, and I'm only gonna get a little bit of footage, but I'm gonna shoot it, and then I'm gonna come back and we'll talk about this gun a little bit more. Thanks a lot, guys. Hope you have a fantastic New Year's. Go out and buy a gun if you can, and if you can go on Gun Broker, you just might be able to find this one at a steal. I got really lucky, and I'm really happy my persistence paid off. So we'll see you here shortly. Thanks, guys.